We all saw what just happened in Wisconsin, where people literally were putting their lives on the line to be able to get out and vote. People trying to stand 6 feet apart, people waiting in long lines, people who were working the polls who were also potentially putting their lives on the line. So this is a serious problem. And I've got Congressman Andy Levin here today to talk about it. Andy, you're in Michigan. What are you seeing and how do you think about this?
My constituents are saying, I can't believe what happened in Wisconsin. We must be able to exercise our right to vote. Goes so far beyond party. It's nothing to do with partisanship. Every American deserves to exercise their franchise. And so our folks are saying everybody has to be able to vote by mail if they want to. And for those who vote in person, it's got to be safe. That's what I'm hearing from my constituents about
Okay.
this.
So number one is vote by mail. Now, how would we make that work? What's it going to take to make that work?
Well, here in Michigan in 2018, we passed Proposition 3, which made a lot of improvements. So everybody has the right to vote by mail if they want to. But we don't have a provision to send every voter an absentee ballot. We haven't given the financial resources. I feel like we as the Congress need to step up and give these secretaries of state the capacity to send every voter a ballot so that they can vote at home if they want to.
What do you think about requiring every state to send a ballot for vote by mail along with a prepaid postage envelope to every single registered voter?
I think that's only common sense. I think that's the only way to guarantee that every American can vote. I mean, I got 2 kids with pre-existing conditions, 2 kids with Crohn's disease. They're in their 20s. Are we going to send them out? Immunocompromised to vote? What about all the seniors, right? So we've got to give every voter the right to vote from home that way. I think that your plan is right on. I think we have to do it, and Congress has to fund it. And then we have to take care of the Postal Service, right, which we haven't done yet, so that they can carry this out, because they'll have a big job to do there.
Boy, that's the truth. And this is a reminder of just how critical the Postal Service is. We're going to need them for our democracy. So vote by mail for everybody, and let's make that vote count. Let's make sure that people can register online and that we have extended registration periods and continue to have voting places in person, because there are some people who need to vote in person. That's their only chance, is to vote in person. But let's make sure there's a guaranteed period for early voting.
And I think between the option of voting by mail and having early voting for everybody, we would avoid that public health crisis we saw unfold in Wisconsin. And just say that we're not going to make people choose between their health and their democratic rights, that we're going to protect both. And that's our job, I feel, as the Congress.
Voting is the beating heart of our democracy. We need for people to stay engaged in their democracy and make sure their elected officials are carrying out the plans and the procedures and the policies that represent their desires, their wishes. Well, they want to see this country go forward. A big part of that is they got to know, those elected officials, that they're going to be held accountable come November.
Thanks for your leadership on this, Senator. It's so important.
Well, and thanks for your partnership on this, Andy. We get in there and fight for it. That's how we're going to get it done. That's how it's supposed to work in a democracy. Thanks for being here, Andy.
Thanks, Senator. It's great to be with you.